What if you could turn back time? What if you could go back to the dawn of the smartphone revolution and buy Apple? What if you were there, on the ground floor, when Nvidia was just a promising chip company and not the trillion-dollar titan it is today? You feel that pang of regret, don't you? The ghost of a missed fortune, we all do. But what if I told you that chance wasn't gone? What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, a second chance is brewing? A new revolution, the artificial intelligence revolution, and hidden in the shadows of the market, three tiny unknown companies are poised to do what Nvidia did. Not just succeed, not just grow, but to dominate. A famed tech analyst, a man they call the prophet of prophets, Adam Shagalani, is screaming this from the rooftops. He claims he's found them. Three tiny AI companies that he predicts will not just compete with, but will crush Nvidia, Microsoft and Alphabet. His price target? A mind-shattering 2,100% gain in the next 3 years. He hides these picks behind a paywall, a newsletter that costs nearly $1,400 a year. He wants you to pay for the secret. Today, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom for free. In this video, I will reveal all three of Shagalani's hidden gems. We will dissect them piece by piece. We'll explore the incredible promise and the terrifying peril he doesn't want you to see. This is not a paid promotion. I have no access to his proprietary research. This is pure digital detective work, based entirely on the clues he left in his public sales pitch. This is more than just a stock reveal. This is a journey into the heart of the AI hype machine. A lesson in how to separate golden opportunities from catastrophic traps. The first stock is a warrior, a digital soldier on the front lines of a new kind of global conflict. Are you ready? Let's begin. The 21st century battlefield isn't just fought with bullets and bombs, it's fought with data. It's a war of algorithms, of predictive power, of seeing the enemies move before they even conceive of it. The Pentagon isn't just buying tanks anymore, they are desperately hunting for an intelligence edge. They're pouring billions into a technology that can think, predict and win wars from a server room. This is a new, nearly $20 billion arms race, and Shagalani claims one tiny company is supplying the weapons. He calls it the War-Wise Military AI, a company that has already secured almost $1 billion in Pentagon contracts, a company that has worked with every single branch of the US military, a company he believes is about to hit hypergrowth. His 3-year target, a staggering 1,100% gain. He paints a picture of a company so deeply embedded in our national defense that its success is a matter of strategic importance. He talks about a new CEO, a titan from the legendary IBM Watson project, taking the helm to ignite the afterburners. The promise is intoxicating, an investment that is not just profitable but patriotic, a chance to own a piece of the future of defense. So, what is this company? The company is Big Bear AI, ticker BBAI. Big Bear AI is not just a concept, it's a functioning digital brain for the most demanding client in the world, the United States government. Imagine mountains of raw, chaotic data, satellite images, intelligence reports, supply chain logistics, troop movements. It's noise, it's chaos. Big Bear's proprietary algorithms dive into that chaos and pull out pristine, actionable intelligence. They don't just report what happened, they predict what will happen next. They are giving generals and intelligence agencies a crystal ball. Their systems are already mission critical. An $8.5 million contract with the US Army for predictive maintenance, telling them when a helicopter engine will fail before it fails. A partnership with Virgin Orbit to analyze launch data. They are expanding, pushing this predictive power into the commercial world, targeting the complex arteries of global logistics and supply chains. This is the dream, right? The ultimate picks and shovels play on two of the biggest trends on Earth: artificial intelligence and defense technology. They have long-term contracts providing a stable, predictable river of revenue. And with their new star CEO, they are positioned to scoop up billions more as the world's militaries race to modernize. The story is perfect. The timing feels perfect. It feels like a sure thing. But in the world of high-stakes investing, perfect stories are often the most dangerous. Shagolani tells you about the billion in contracts. He tells you about the 1,100% upside, but he doesn't linger on what's lurking in the company's financial statements. He doesn't want you to look too closely at the engine under the hood. Because behind the curtain of military might, a financial time bomb is ticking. Here is the truth that the hype peddlers gloss over. BBAI is bleeding money. The company is still operating at a net loss. Management promised they would break even. They missed the deadline. They promised again. They missed it again. Now they're targeting late 2025. Maybe. The company is burning through its cash. As of their last report, they have about $78 million in cash. They have $60 million in debt. At their current burn rate, they have a runway of maybe 10 to 12 months before the lights go out. Think about that. They have less than a year to fundamentally turn the ship around, or they will be forced to dilute shareholders by issuing more stock or take on more debt at crippling interest rates. And where is their revenue coming from? It's dangerously concentrated. Roughly 65% of their entire income comes from just 5 major contracts. If they lose just one of those contracts, if a renewal doesn't come through, their revenue stream doesn't just shrink, it collapses. This creates a terrifying vulnerability. It's a house of cards built on the shifting sands of government budgets and procurement politics. And here's the gut punch revelation for investors. BBAI looks like a miniature, less powerful and far more fragile version of Palantir. They are fighting in the same brutal arena, competing against titans like Palantir, C3.ai, and defense behemoths like Lockheed Martin. Companies with infinitely deeper pockets, vast sales networks, and armies of engineers. Big Bear isn't the lone warrior on the hill, it's a small contender in a gladiatorial deathmatch. So what's my verdict? This is the ultimate high-risk, high-reward gamble. The technology is complex, the client base is opaque, and the financials are precarious. For me, investing in an unprofitable company whose business I can't fully and intuitively understand is a red flag. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed failure, I'm saying it's a blindfolded leap of faith. If you are an expert in defense contracting and AI analytics, maybe this is the opportunity of a lifetime. For the rest of us, it's a ticket to a very, very risky casino. Dig deeper if you're interested, but walk into this with your eyes wide open to the abyss of risk that Shagolani conveniently ignores. We've just unmasked the first stock. The next one promises to protect our children, our families, our way of life. It's a story of safety and security in a world filled with random violence. But is it a shield or a sham? The truth will shock you. That and the final stock are coming right up. Every time we send our kids to school, every time we go to a concert, a shadow of fear follows us. A what if? In a world that feels increasingly unsafe, we crave a guardian, a protector. Shagolani claims to have found it, a technology that creates invisible fortresses around the places we hold dear. He calls his second pick the impenetrable security AI. He describes a system 10 times faster than any metal detector. A system so advanced, it's already being used at Gillette Stadium, home of the New England Patriots. It's rapidly penetrating our schools, protecting our children, with access to a $150 million pool of federal safety money. He tells a story of skyrocketing sales, revenue surging 45%, and he reveals their secret weapon, a recurring revenue model that locks customers in for 4 years. It's not a one-time sale, it's an annuity of safety. The market for this is a colossal $119 billion. The trajectory, he says, could be absurdly steep. The promise is powerful, emotional, an investment that doesn't just grow your portfolio, but contributes to a safer world. So, who is this silent guardian? The company is EVLV Technologies, ticker EVLV. EVLV's vision is a world without fear and without friction. Imagine no more long lines at stadiums, no more invasive pat-downs. You just walk, and the AI does the rest. It uses advanced sensors and artificial intelligence to distinguish between a cell phone and a weapon, allowing a natural flow of people while keeping threats out. The adoption is incredible. They are already in over 950 locations. They're in 20 of the 100 largest US school districts, covering over 1,300 school buildings. Their business model is brilliant. They sell security as a subscription. This creates a sticky, predictable stream of cash flow, the holy grail for any tech investor. 80% of their sales come from these recurring subscriptions. The numbers look fantastic. 44% year-over-year revenue growth is nothing to sneeze at. They have $35 million in cash and, crucially, no debt. Management is guiding towards profitability, forecasting positive cash flow by the end of the year. It seems like the perfect story. A massive addressable market, a sticky subscription model, explosive growth, and a clear path to making money. If you just read the headlines, you'd be mortgaging your house to buy this stock. But what if the technology, the very core of this entire company, has a devastating flaw? What if the impenetrable shield is actually riddled with holes? The public sales pitch celebrates the growth, but independent real-world tests reveal a terrifyingly different story. A story the company and its promoters would rather you not hear. This is where the beautiful narrative shatters. In a New York City subway pilot program, EVLV scanners were put to the test. Over the course of roughly 3,000 scans, how many firearms did they detect? 0. How many times did they get it wrong? They produced over 100 misidentifications. It gets worse. An Illinois school board reported their own results. Across 3,248 alerts from the EVLV system, how many were actual threats? The school board reported a false positive rate exceeding 99%. Let that sink in. For every 100 times the alarm went off, creating panic and disruption, more than 99 of them were false alarms. This isn't just a minor glitch. This strikes at the heart of the company's entire value proposition. And the story gets darker. In November 2024, the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, took official action against EVLV for allegedly deceptive claims about its capabilities. The company settled the case without admitting wrongdoing, but the stain remains. They're also facing an ongoing securities class action lawsuit alleging they made misleading statements to investors about how well their technology actually works. This is what the industry calls AI washing, hyping up your AI capabilities to deceive the market. The company even had to fire its CEO in late 2024 over issues with its sales tax. So here is the midpoint revelation, the twist in the story. The company that sells trust and security was formerly accused by the US government of being deceptive. What's my verdict? EVLV Technologies is a battleground stock. The bull case is clear, fast revenue growth, a recurring revenue model, and strong customer retention even after the scandals. The bear case is equally clear and, in my opinion, far more terrifying: documented real-world efficacy problems, serious legal and governance issues, and the risk that one high-profile failure could render their entire brand toxic overnight. The stock has doubled in recent months. The hype is real. But are you investing in a revolutionary security company, or are you investing in a marketing machine with a questionable product at its core? I'd wait for this fire to cool down significantly and for definitive proof that the technology works as advertised before even thinking about jumping in. The risk of getting burned here is just too high. We've seen the warrior with the fragile finances. We've seen the guardian with the questionable shield. Now for the grand finale. The stock Shagalani compares to a young Micron, the tiny chip maker he believes will power the entire AI and robotics revolution. The stock with the biggest promise of them all, 2,100% growth. This is the one you've been waiting for. In the 1990s, the world demanded computer memory, and a tiny overlooked stock called Micron Technology went on an epic tear, soaring 2,100% in just over 2 years. It was a generational, wealth-making event. Adam Shagalani believes history is about to repeat itself. He says a new demand is hitting hyperdrive, the demand for AI vision, the ability for machines to see, to understand, and to react to the world around them. This is the bedrock of the autonomous car revolution. of automated checkout at the grocery store, of cancer-detecting medical scanners, of the entire $225 billion robotics industry. And at the heart of it all, he says, is one tiny chip maker, a company that holds a staggering 299 patents, a company whose specialized AI vision chips are, he claims, the smallest and most powerful in the world. He believes this company is about to rake in the lion's share of the profits and put America on top in the vital AI battle with China. His 3-year growth target is that magic number, 2,100%. Who is this tiny titan, this heir to Micron's throne? The company is Ambarella, ticker AMBA. For years, Ambarella was known for making the camera chips in things like GoPros and security cameras. A solid business, but not a revolutionary one. But behind the scenes, they were plotting a massive pivot. A bet the company move into the most lucrative market on the planet, automotive. They are now focused on creating the brains for advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, and fully autonomous vehicles. Their CV Flow and CV3 series chips are designed to be the central nervous system for Level 2 Plus and Level 3 autonomous driving. And they are winning. This isn't just a dream. They are already partnering with the who's who of the auto industry. Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Rivian, Renault, Toyota. They are working with Tier 1 suppliers like Continental to deliver full-stack autonomous driving solutions that are scheduled to be in production cars between 2025 and 2026. They are also winning in China, the largest EV market in the world, a market set to hit $323 billion by 2027. Their chips aren't just for cars, they're being used for traffic flow analysis to eliminate backups and road condition monitoring to get rid of potholes. The beauty of Ambarella's strategy is their differentiation. They are competing with giants like Nvidia, Qualcomm and Mobileye. How can a small company survive? By being the master of one thing-power efficient AI at the edge. Their chips deliver incredible processing power without draining the car's battery, a critical factor in the age of EVs. The financials are starting to reflect this pivot. After a tough industry-wide slump, revenue just jumped 57.6% year over year. They maintain a fat 62% gross margin, which proves their technology commands a premium price. The stock has been a laggard for years, a fledgling that seemed like it would never fly. But now, with the automotive deals kicking in, it finally looks ready to soar. Most Wall Street analysts are bullish. It feels like the turnaround story of the decade. It's a beautiful, compelling story, a classic underdog tale. But the automotive industry is a graveyard of broken promises. Converting these design wins into actual large-scale production revenue is a monumental challenge. Ambarella is betting everything on this one move. If it fails, there is no plan B. Ambarella's path to 2,100% growth is a minefield. Their biggest risk is execution. Everything, and I mean everything, depends on successfully getting their chips into mass-produced cars on schedule in 2025 and 2026. Any delays, any cancellations from a major automaker could be catastrophic for the stock price and investor confidence. And the competition is terrifying. They are not just fighting other small companies, they are in a direct street fight with the titans. Nvidia, Qualcomm and Mobileye have deeper resources, bigger R&D budgets and entrenched relationships. They are all targeting the exact same markets. Ambarella must not only maintain its technological edge but also navigate brutal price competition. Furthermore, they have significant geopolitical risk. They rely on external foundries to manufacture their chips, and a large portion of their business is exposed to China. In an era of trade wars and semiconductor nationalism, this is a major vulnerability. The stock has been a disappointment for years. The recent turnaround is promising, but it's still in its early stages. This isn't a safe bet. It's a high-stakes wager on a successful multi-year transformation in one of the world's most competitive industries. My verdict? Of the three stocks Shagulani pitched, this one is arguably the most interesting and has the clearest, most compelling turnaround story. The pivot to automotive is smart, and the early signs are positive. I think it's a decent speculative buy at the moment for an investor with a high-risk tolerance and a long-term horizon. But a 2,100% gain? That requires flawless execution and a little bit of luck. It's possible, but far from guaranteed. So there you have it. The 3 hidden gems from the $1,400 newsletter, revealed. BBAI, the military contractor with deep government ties, but burning cash and facing giant competitors. A bet on patriotism over profits. Evolve Technologies, the security company with skyrocketing sales, but a product with deeply concerning real-world performance and a history of legal troubles. A bet on marketing over matter. Ambarella, the underdog chipmaker, with a brilliant turnaround plan but locked in a deathmatch with the biggest titans in the industry. A bet on a high-stakes pivot. Adam Shagalani presents these as 3 winning lottery tickets. But now you've seen the full picture. You've seen the promise and you've seen the peril. Each one is a gamble. Each one is a minefield of risk that the glossy sales pitch conveniently omits. And that brings us to the real secret. The most important takeaway from this entire video. The secret isn't the name of a stock. It's not about getting a hot tip that will make you rich overnight. That's a fantasy they sell to you. The real secret is learning to do what we just did together. It's the ability to look behind the curtain of hype, to question the perfect story, to dig into the financials, to understand the risks, and to see the full picture. These newsletters and gurus, they sell you a dream, but they hide the potential nightmare. They prey on our desire for an easy path to wealth, but there is no easy path. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Stay curious, stay critical, and I'll see you in the next video.